Hello souls, welcome back to Evolving with Brooke. I am so glad that you are here today because we are diving into a topic that I believe everybody can touch on, which is how to see that everything in your life is truly working out even when it doesn't feel like it. And sometimes we all just need a little perspective shift to actually see the bigger picture. And yes, we did just celebrate a new year. Happy New Year to everybody, but what good is celebrating a new year when you still have old habits, still have the old mindsets that you once had in the last year that are aiding in your stagnancy? So if you've ever felt like you were stuck, discouraged, or you feel like you are going in cycles, then stick with me because this video is specifically just for you. There was once a season in my life when I felt like I was completely lost and I did not know my worth. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know what path God wanted me to take. And it just felt like I was just moving through life on autopilot. I was doing a lot and not really seeing the results that I actually longed for. And I felt like I was just going through the motions, and I'm sure that everybody can relate. It was not really fulfilling to me, and in fact, it was actually feeling draining. And instead of aligning with my journey that I wanted for my life, I felt like I was caught up in like the people-pleasing phase where I was just trying to meet everybody's expectations of me and really neglecting my own goals and my own dreams. So one area in particular that hit me the most was my YouTube channel. And y'all, I love my YouTube channel. And I've shared this before with you guys about seeing growth that I hoped for and that I wanted. And I didn't really feel like I had a clear direction or just like a meaningful way to express myself. And just to have a strategy alone that worked. And I felt like everything that I was doing, I was hitting roadblocks and nothing just seemed to come together at all. And it was very frustrating. It was very discouraging. And honestly, it felt like I had to question God, and I questioned myself too. But God specifically saying like, Lord, what is the right path you have for me? Why does this seem to not be working out? But then something shifted. I started to realize that I had been focusing on so much of what was not working and not paying attention to what God was really trying to teach me in that season. And instead of me asking, why isn't this happening? I started to ask the Lord, what would you want me to do? What are you trying to show me? Right? And then I started to have my eyes opened and my perspective shifted. And God allowed me to realize that the delay and detour was preparing me for something so much greater. Romans 8:28 reminds us that we know that all things work together for our good and for the good of them that love him, right? It's a powerful promise that we can hold on to even when we cannot see the bigger picture. So think about this, right? When a seed is planted, it's buried in dark soil. To an outsider, it might feel like nothing is actually happening, but under that surface, that seed is actually breaking open, it's starting to take root, and it's actually preparing to grow. And that is how life works. So sometimes the challenges that we face are like that soil. They're not burying us, they are just simply planting us. To see it in that way, we need to trust the process, and we have to have faith that God's plan is always greater than our own. Here's a question to actually think about. What if the thing that we are struggling with is actually setting us up for a breakthrough? So now that we've actually talked about the importance of perspective, let's get practical. And y'all know I love giving you guys practical steps, right? Here's 3 things that really have helped me, and I know that they can help you too. And I've actually shared these steps with you multiple times, but repetition is the mother of learning and the father of action, which makes it the architect of accomplishment. So one thing that we can start with is gratitude journaling, starting each day by listing 3 things that we are thankful for. It is essential to practicing a better and more safe space within yourself. And it doesn't have to be anything extraordinary. It can just be as simple as morning sunshine. It could be a cup of coffee that could actually change your focus and have it change to something positive and get you on the right path for the day. Next, it is self-encouragement. I cannot stress this enough. Speaking life over your circumstances, instead of saying something does not work out or it's not going to work out, say God's plan is working and it is unfolding perfectly for my life. Or just say that I trust that this is working for my good. Just you hearing these affirmations of encouragement can really boost your motivation and your momentum towards tackling the day. And listen, I understand that everyone faces circumstances differently every day, but whatever your story is, keep going. Your breakthrough is expedited and it is on the way. Your delivery is near. Last but certainly not least, prayer and meditation. Taking time to connect with God can simply elevate your energy when you are having some challenges or some circumstances, when you start feeling overwhelmed. Pause, sis. Take the time to ask God for clarity, even if you are at your cubicle at work or you are just taking a brisk walk outside in nature. Still, whatever way it is, ask the Lord for clarity, for peace, and for strength to see things through His perspective. One simple prayer that I love is, Lord, help me see things the way that you see them. At times, it can feel like life is beyond our control. And to be fair, life often is beyond our control. Yet, there are many areas that we have the power to create meaningful change, right? In this video, we're diving into 7 perspective shifts that can basically transform your life. Now, these shifts are simple in concept, but not necessarily easy to implement. They'll take effort, they'll take courage, and just simple persistence. But if you commit to practicing them daily, you'll experience profound changes in your mindset and just overall becoming the best version of yourself. So one is, others' opinions are none of your business, okay? It is essential, but it is very tough, and it's easy to feel like you are on a roller coaster ride, just swayed by others' opinions. One day it's like, I like your hair, you look great, and then you feel good, right? The next day is, what's going on with your hair? And suddenly you're questioning yourself. But here's the truth. Everyone has an opinion, but their thoughts about you don't define you. What truly matters is your opinion of yourself. You are the only one who knows if you're living in alignment with your values, so your self-perspective can hold a lot of weight for yourself. How often have you worried about things that actually had no impact in your life? Some situations trigger our fears, and before we know it, we're living in worst case scenarios that have never actually happened. While bad outcomes are still possible, they're not inevitable. So instead of allowing fear to control your reactions, focus on what you can control. When you find yourself spinning out, ask yourself, does this really matter in the grand scheme of things? Finding win-win situations is powerful, and it's an easy way to navigate conflicts and strengthen relationships. So it starts with listening, not hearing, but only to truly understand what the person's perspective is. As Maya Angelou said, resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it kills your enemy. So holding on to anger only harms you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Many of us struggle with self-criticism, telling ourselves that we're not good enough or need to be perfect. Empowerment starts with shifting that inner narrative. And listen, sis, forgiveness isn't about condoning bad behavior. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of resentment. Life is full of distractions, and it is so easy to spread yourself too thin. Instead, prioritize what truly matters, like identifying your top 3 goals. Channel your energy there. I really hope that today's message inspired you to take a step back and just look at your life through a new lens. But remember, it's not about having all the answers right now. It's not. It's about trusting that everything is working together for your good, even when it's hard to see. If this video resonated with you, do not forget to like, share, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you and know about how your perspective is shifting, or a time when you've seen God's plan unfold in your life. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can keep growing with the Evolving Gang together on this journey. Until next time, keep evolving and trusting the process. You've got this. See you next time.